Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare
Haridev Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Okay. Are you ready or?
Yes, Prabhuji. We can start with prayers and then.
Okay. So thank you all for joining Nityam Sevaya. Today we are very, very fortunate to have His Grace Haridev Krishna Prabhu to enlighten us Srila Prabhupada's pastime, Makrin Bhagavatam Dharma. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Firstly, I would like to thank temple management authorities for giving an opportunity to remember Srila Prabhupada, try to glorify Prabhupada, and for my own purification and for the pleasure of all Vaishnavas. I seek the blessings of each of you. Before we begin, we will offer prayers. Om Ajnanatimamnasya Jnanandjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakanitamsya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamimiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauravakishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagaspate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. I have to seek the blessings of all devotees before we begin. Today we'll be discussing on the last couplet written by Srila Prabhupada on the Bible, Markena Bhagavata Dharma. So this is the last two lines written by Srila Prabhupada. Last week, uh, Suvarna Gaudhari Prabhu was very beautifully narrating on how Prabhupada considered himself as an instrument and what should be our mood uh, when, in fact, we should feel very fortunate that uh, an instrument has no credit, but when the instrument is in the hands of a very expert doctor, the instrument should feel very happy, at least, although I have no use if I'm simply lying there, because in the hands of expert doctor, no. If I simply try to cooperate, not compete or uh, uh, go against the wishes of doctor, then uh, there will be some uh, use for my existence also. So, so now the last sloka, Prabhupada's natural humility is being poured out in the last sloka. We will recite this. Bhakti nai Veda nai Name Kubhudaro Bhakti Vedanta Name Ve Sarthaka Karo Bhakti nai Veda nai Name Kubhudaro Bhakti Vedanta Name Ve Sarthaka Karo Bhakti nai Vedanai Name Kudaro Bhakti Vedanta Name Sarthaka Karo. So here Srila Prabhupada is writing Bhakti nai Vedanai. I do not have any bhakti, neither do I have uh, any knowledge. Although my name says Bhakti Vedanta, but I have a strong faith in uh, holy name, Nam, uh, Name Kubdaro. So I have no devotion, nor do I have knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta. And now, if you like, you can fulfill the purpose, real purpose of Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti Vedanta Nam Eve Sarthaka Karo. So, uh, one of the six symptoms of surrender we see Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjana, Rakshasi iti Vishwaso, Gopatrutte Varanam Chita, Atmanikshesh, Karpani, Shadvir, Sharanagati Lakshanam. So these are the six symptoms of surrender. Uh, Anukulyasya Sankalpa. One accepts anything that is favorable for Krishna consciousness. So I thought first we can maybe contemplate on this verse how Srila Prabhupada exhibited all of these. So many pastimes are there. And we'll speak about humility of Prabhupada, and we shall also uh, read some quotes where the humility of Srila Prabhupada is not displayed to all of us. So so Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Anything that is favorable, please accept it for Krishna conscious. So we see Srila Prabhupada. Uh, just yesterday, I was hearing one class given by Radhanath Maharaj and one more by Nitai Sevini Mataji on various pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. So, in one place, Radhanath Maharaj was saying that once it so happened that one Agarwal was confiding to Srila Prabhupada how that he was actually very depressed that his son went to America and now he's staying in Boston and he got married to an American lady and he's now trapped in America. Like so, he was actually lamenting for that. And the moment Prabhupada heard this, he immediately thought, oh, okay, my Guru Maharaj has given me an order to go to US. So let me request him if he can sponsor my stay for a month like that. So whenever possible, wherever possible, anything that is favorable for Krishna conscious, uh, devotee immediately accepts it. Uh, uh, this one, we see Prabhupada immediately requested like that, whether sent on a cargo ship or whatever. Prabhupada was seeing, trying to somehow or another, whenever he saw some small opening, immediately he wanted to use not for his personal service, but only for Krishna's service. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Anything that is unfavorable, rejected. Although Prabhupada very dutifully uh, carried out his family responsibilities. Uh, on one day when Prabhupada had been writing the Bhagavad Gita manuscripts, and however, his wife was very fond of drinking tea and having biscuits. So, due to lack of money, they sold all the Bhagavad Gita manuscripts which Prabhupada had struggled and written for almost 5 to 6 years, I think, to some Raddi Bala to get money in exchange. So at that time, Prabhupada asked, do you want tea or me? And the wife jokingly said, uh, tea, of course. So Prabhupada that time thought, oh, okay, I have done my duty. Now is the time to family responsibilities. I have done very uh, properly, but I have still not carried out the order of my Guru. And when things are unfavorable, why don't I leave home like that? So Prabhupada left home, which is very difficult. Prabhupada himself says, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur would come to him in his dream and say, take sannyas, take sannyas. Prabhupada would feel horrified by the dream, and he would say, how can I leave everything and come that way? So, but when it was unfavorable, Prabhupada uh, left it. That is symptom of surrender. Rakshasti iti vishwasa. So, uh, going to a foreign place like America, many times we've heard so many devotees speaking. These days, many of our devotee children also go to US to study. So we have experience. Our cousins, our relatives, some of us may have gone also to study or anything. We see that whenever we go abroad, a lot of arrangements are made. Parents first only contact some well-known acquaintance there, try to get all things done from India so that it's a royal or very peaceful stay for the child when the child goes to the US. And the child has a lot of energy, just a teenager. He or she can go and search out also, but still the parents feel an unknown place where nobody is known, stranger. How can a child survive? So they try to help the child so much. And here we see Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada just with some 40 Indian rupees and 1 month sponsorship from Agarwal family and uh, bag of rice, cereals, and a cooker, and then Srimad Bhagavatam trunk, and going to America all alone. That was possible, that decision was possible by Prabhupada because Prabhupada had firm faith that Krishna will maintain me, Krishna will protect me, and he had firm faith in that. And one of the last symptoms of surrender is uh, that humility. Mm. So it is said in even physics, unlike charges attract each other. So Krishna is called Vibhu or very great. Just like positive charge gets attracted by negative charge. In the same way, because Krishna is Vibhu, great, his mercy, uh, who attracts his mercy are those who feel genuinely humble and feel themselves thoroughly unqualified. And then they depend on the mercy of Lord. Even Kunti Maharani says, Janma Aishwarya Shruta Sridit Edamanam Madapuman. So one who is very proud of the high birth. Actually, in one sense, Prabhupada could have felt uh, very proud also, because Prabhupada was born in a very respectable Malik family, and was worshipping Krishna right from childhood. So humility of the acharyas is always very difficult for us to understand that we do one good thing and we are overwhelmed by a small little thing. But the acharyas, they see one moment of uh, separation from Krishna and they feel I have no bhakti like that. So that is the difference. So Prabhupada was born in a respectable family. In fact, even before going to America, Prabhupada had the 3 volumes of Bhagavatam printed, and Lal Bahadur Shastri, the Prime Minister of India, lauded Prabhupada's accomplishment and also uh, made sure that all Indian public libraries must have this very great literary presentation of Bhakti Vedanta Swami. So everyone here also recognized Prabhupada's scholarship, but still Prabhupada was feeling that I have no bhakti, no Veda knowledge. Bhakti, needless to say, um, we have heard so many pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, how he had so much uh, dependence on the mercy of the Lord. So Prabhupada, when he shifted from Vamshi Gopal temple to Radha Damodar temple, he carefully chose to stay in a place where he could daily look at Rupa Goswami's Samadhi and Bhajan Kutir and uh, pray for the mercy of Rupa Goswami. Because Prabhupada felt that the mission that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had given was almost impossible for anybody to accomplish. Prabhupada always felt I was a grahastha. I wa- in several of his letters also. One letter that Prabhupada wrote to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur just before Suvarna Gaurari Prabhu was also sharing last week, just before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur left the planet. Prabhupada's letter, or whenever he would meet Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his mood was always, how can I serve you? And uh, he had written in one of the letters that I'm a simple grahastha, I'm caught up in family affairs, I'm struggling with business and other things. And there are so many sannyasi god brothers who are more learned, knowledgeable, learned in Sanskrit, more knowledgeable, dedicated, giving their time, energy. Uh, but I'm not able to do much of service. But please tell me, how can I serve you? So this was Prabhupada's humility always. And when he was staying at Radha Damodar temple, we have heard from devotees that several days, very early in the morning or midnight, Srila Prabhupada would go and personally sweep mm, the bhajan kutir of Rupa Goswami and Samadhi Mandir of Rupa Goswami and pray and cry loudly, seeking for their mercy to fulfill Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mission of him going to the US to preach, the Western world to preach, like that. And even before he leaves for America, uh, he, Prabhupada visits the Samadhi of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Mayapur, and then uh, prays to goes to Yoga Peeth, prays to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu for their mercy, and then goes to Advaita Bhavan. And the Pujari recollects that I have seen this person even when he was a Grahastha, he used to come to Advaita Bhavan and sit behind the temple hall and constantly be chanting, sometimes hours together, 4 hours, 6 hours. And every time I would see when he's chanting, constantly tears rolling down his eyes. Uh, I, w- and, I, w- and that time he was a Grahastha. Later, before leaving for America, he had taken sannyas. So he saw the same person after several years again coming and praying. So this time he asked, who are you? Then Prabhupada said that, uh, uh, and he asked, why are you so much desperate? What is happening in your life? Then Prabhupada said, my guru has given me almost an impossible mission to go to the US and to preach. And therefore, I'm begging Advaita Acharya for the mercy to empower me so that I may be successful in pleasing my spiritual master, like that. And I'm leaving for America, so therefore I'm seeking blessings. Like that. So after several years, when Prabhupada uh, comes again back with his disciples. And that time, the Pujari actually tells the disciples of Prabhupada that this is Prabhupada. So we see Prabhupada uh, certainly had bhakti and certainly was very knowledgeable. And at the same time, because he felt uh, humble, he was a recipient of Krishna's mercy. We have heard the story that Brahmana and Cobbler, when the Brahmana thought, oh, I am having so much bhakti, he thought he was inherited. He has inherited the rights to go back to Vaikuntha. No, it is not. We have so many shlokas are there that not by Veda, not by tapasya, not by performing austerities or penances, etc. One can get the mercy of the Lord. It is only by humility one can get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. And but Prabhupada is showing all of us how uh, this natural humility is what can attract Krishna's mercy. Uh, and here, I thought we'll also take up some quotes where we see Prabhupada's humility being displayed. Put it here. This very nice compilation uh, on the website. Maybe you can read it from the website. So, some of the quotes on Prabhupada and his humility. I'm just trying to disseminate the message of my spiritual master. And if there's any credit for this service, everything goes to him. If there is any credit, it goes to my spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. There is no credit to me. Okay. So even when Prabhupada was asked by the press reporters in America, how old is this movement? If at all there was a feeling that I have started this movement, Prabhupada would have said, oh, this was just registered in 1965 or 66. I landed here in 1965 and we started it in 1966, like that. But what is Prabhupada's response? This movement is 500 years old, started by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhupada was clearly convinced that it is only Krishna who is empowering and doing things through the instrument. The only credit that goes to the instrument is that it just agreed to be used by the master who is very expert in using that. So, mm, and Prabhupada is telling this to his disciples. It is your kindness that you accepted me, but I never expected that people will accept me. It may be a tiny, humble attempt, but our aim is how these dogs and cats will become brahmanas. Like that. Actually, I am dependent on your mercy. If you kindly follow my instructions and continue to push on Krishna consciousness, that will make me happy. You have to strictly observe regulative principles and chant 16 rounds every day. So Prabhupada would always thank the disciples because of them following the instructions properly. He was able to please his spiritual master, like that. So although I am the most unworthy servant of His divine grace, why Prabhupada is considering like that? That is because I delayed to execute his order by so many years. But it was better that I began than never. And therefore, he has kindly sent to me so many young hearts to cooperate with me. So, Prabhupada was feeling, oh, I delayed in fulfilling the instructions. Therefore, I'm not a very worthy servant, like that. So that is humility of Prabhupada. Krishna consciousness is so valuable that it plays wonderful. And there are many instances within our society. Similarly, I was a crow, and now they consider me a peacock. But I was trying to be a peacock when there was opportunity, uh, when there was the opportunity. Like that. So Prabhupada is considering himself as a crow. Mm. And Krishna has uh, made this one. Krishna has sent me so many spiritual masters. Actually, whatever is happening is due to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada, that is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because personally I am incapable. Then he's also uh, giving credit to his father. My father also trained me and instructed me to the best capacity, and he prayed for me that Radharani may be pleased upon me. And I think by my father's blessings and grace, I have come to this position. My life, according to the Shastra, if we actually develop Krishna consciousness, we are going to Krishna. I may not, but they will go. My students, they offer me so much respect, but all these respects are due to my spiritual master. I am nothing. I'm just like a peon. A peon delivers one letter. He is not responsible for what is written in that letter. Although I cannot give you anything as father, still I can pray to Krishna for your more and more advancement in Krishna consciousness. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy or fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Oh Lord, now I am begging you for your mercy so that I may become worthy, for you are the wisest and most experienced of all. This is one more shloka of the same poem. Although officially I am your spiritual master, I consider all my students as my spiritual master because your love for Krishna and service for Krishna teach me how to become a sincere Krishna conscious person. Now I see that it is a miracle. Otherwise, your city of New York, one single old man with only a few books to sell for barely getting eatables, how can he survive? What to speak of introducing a God conscious movement for saving the human? And people are recognize I'm great. Don't make me small. I will not give you much trouble, but I'm now invalid. What can I do? As far as knowing Krishna, uh, I am not so fortunate that I claim like that. But still, as a child, I claim that person Krishna is a reality. My estimation may be childish. Uh, so Prabhupada is saying, although he knew Krishna as Supreme Lord, he's still considering uh, that, oh, that may be childish. But I was, rather than feeling proud, Prabhupada is feeling fortunate to be born devotees. So like this. Uh, so there are two, three shlokas that comes to my mind. Uh, Daily we sing in Guru Puja also that Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Jay Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. So one who has Rati or taste to serve the lotus feet of the Guru and he's constantly praying for mercy from the Lord. Narari Prabhu often very nicely says, when you go to Krishna, we should pray because Krishna is thinking, my pure devotees are giving up everything for me. Uh, I want to serve. So I have to go to the Lordships and pray. My dear Lordships, your pure devotee Srila Prabhupada is sitting, taking your darshan in the temple, facing you. And by your mercy, we have got such a divine personality to guide us. And uh, he has saved us from literally going to hell. But how much ever we try to repay him, I don't think we will be able to. So give us strength so that somehow or other we try to serve and please him. So we go to Lord Krishna and pray that please make me a servant of Srila Prabhupada. Lord will be very happy because he wants his pure devotees to be served. And we go to Prabhupada and pray that a pure devotee never takes any service. So we pray there that let me assist in your mission to your spiritual master and let me serve the lordships. So we go to the Guru and ask for service to please their spiritual masters and finally serve Lord Krishna. And we go to Krishna and pray, give us the strength to serve the Guru, like that. So there is a so Sri Guru Charane Rati, Aise Uttama Gati, Jay Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. When we pray for the mercy, and one understands Chakshudan Diloje Janme Janme Prabhu say. So, being pleased with the attitude, the Guru Lordships, they give the torchlight of knowledge and Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Then Prabhupada would say several times, uh, how is it that I am not a scientist, but when these big scientists from top universities are coming, how am I able to defeat it? It is just because Lord Krishna, one who knows Krishna, by Krishna's mercy or grace, Krishna helps the devotee know whatever is required to serve. So, and one knows Krishna, he actually knows everything because if Krishna desires, whatever is needed, Krishna can reveal it to that devotee. So, like that. Um, so we, this is the one thing that comes to mind. Another is Yasya Deve Para Bhakti Yata Deve Tata Guru Tasya Te Katita He Artha Prakashante Mahatmanaha. This shloka also says Yasya Deve Para Bhakti Yasya Deve Parabhaktir Yata Devi Tatha Guru. So one who has unflinching faith in the words of the spiritual master and in devotion to the Supreme Lord, uh, all the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. So everything is revealed that way. So we see how for Prabhupada, uh, whatever was required. As Prabhupada was praying earlier in the point, please make my words suitable for their understanding. Lord Krishna gave Prabhupada the exact words that would make uh, touch the heart and pierce the heart of the living entity and help him or her to come out of ignorance. So this is Srila Prabhupada. Uh, so we can pray to Srila Prabhupada and to our acharyas that just like how Prabhupada was feeling utterly humble. In fact, the acharya who is the epitome of humility is Srila Sanatan Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says that your humility is breaking my heart. Probably the senior devotees may say, your false pride is breaking my heart in our case. But Sanatan Goswami was so humble. He was saying, uh, people are calling me a learned person, and I am so foolish that I am also thinking I am learned, but I don't even know who I am, what is the goal of my life. Because if I knew that, I would not have been serving these uh, uh, cow flesh eaters, etc. We all very well know Sanatan Goswami was not serving them for remuneration or for prestige. It was only because otherwise the uh, uh, Mohammedan Nawab, he said, I will uh, kill all the Vaishnavas if you do not serve me. But still, they naturally felt humble. So, humility is what attracts the Lord's mercy. And once one is uh, mercifully embraced by Lord, uh, anything wonderful can happen. Lord just placed his hand on Dhruva Maharaj, on Prahlad Maharaj, and wonderful prayers came out. And when somebody is empowered by Lord, Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Para Pravartan. So without Krishna Shakti, one cannot uh, preach and transform the lives of people. We see Prabhupada uh, was able to transform and convert people, Kirata, Hulindra, Pulkasha, all classes of men, Kasadaya, one who eats even dead corpses, such kind of people also were converted. We see in Africa, in China, Mongolia, everywhere, devotees of Krishna chanting Krishna's name, which was almost impossible. Why? Because especially empowered by the Supreme Lord. We can pray to Prabhupada that Srila Prabhupada was asked many a times, how can I mean, what would please you? Sometimes, but many a times Prabhupada said, just wholeheartedly accept the gift that you have got from me and then share it with others. So, of course, when will we be really able to share it joyfully with others? When we have wholeheartedly accepted it and we are relishing and rejoicing in bhakti, then we will be able to share with others also, because we will know how this has helped us to be saved from our journey to hell. So we can pray to Prabhupada that let us get the strength, determination, sincerity to wholeheartedly accept what Srila Prabhupada has given us. And once we accept it, then we will also have the eagerness to share it with others. So this can be our prayer. And maybe we have two, three more quotes I will just read, then we will maybe take some comments or questions. So here, in fact, I am a worthless person because my spiritual master ordered me to take up this work in 1922, but I did not carry this order until 1958. It has been our practical experience that the first instruction of our spiritual master infused us with Krishna consciousness, so that now we are at least on the path of Krishna conscious, and we and can understand the philosophy. It is also Krishna's grace that I got good father, a good spiritual master, and in my old age, Krishna has also favored me with good children. So when I feel, I see that Krishna is so kind upon me, I offer my obligations to him. So, a devotee sees how much he is enveloped by Krishna's kindness, and the devotee feels very helpless. Oh, Lord is so kind upon me. How can I try to repay him? I am very much obligated to him. And therefore, there is a competition. The devotee tries to please the Lord. Lord, you have given so much to me, although I don't deserve. Let me try to do something to please you. And then the Lord is saying, oh, this devotee has given up everything just to serve me. I don't think I can repay him at all. The Lord feels indebted. So he tries to give more protection, more facilities for the devotee. So this is the transcendental competition between the pure devotees and the Supreme Lord. It is only because Krishna has somehow or other given me such assistance as yourself that I have got any success. And I appreciate your helping me in that way. You are more dear to me than my own daughters. You are at liberty to make many questions like that. So long I must make answers to your question. But when I fail, I shall ask to excuse me. So Prabhupada is uh, saying, in case I'm not able to answer your question, please excuse me. You can keep a note of my activities and can wait for writing book at a suitable time. You have given me the credit of being the best disciple of Prabhupada or Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That is very kind of you, but I'm just trying to serve him. Whatever success there is due to his mercy. And we can also remember on one, I think, appearance or disappearance of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the devotees uh, thought anyway there is a evening love feast. So let us cook a feast for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur during the evening time itself, like that. But Vaishnava etiquette is on such days we cook a feast and offer at noon time. And Prabhupada was asking, where is the feast? And they had told, no, we were thinking of doing it in the evening. So Prabhupada became so um, disturbed and also at the same time so repentant that he was not able to serve his spiritual master. He quickly rushed to kitchen, and within 1.5 hours, he cooked around 10 to 15 items for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Then he, with tears, offers the bhoga and begs for forgiveness of the negligence. So this is Prabhupada's sentiment towards his spiritual master and towards the Supreme strong faith in the holy name and in the Guru. So, and that is why Prabhupada was successful. So I'll stop here. Please forgive me if I could not render service appropriately. I tried my best to speak about Srila Prabhupada, divine personality, who has transformed all of our lives. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhuji,
Hare
any
Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you for wonderful nectar. I mean, really, the faith of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, that is a key point. Now, devotees can share any questions or comments or realization. We have a few minutes more, so please go ahead, share. Who's there?
one more?
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead.
This Prabhupada was speaking this humility in this conversation. I remember going on a morning walk around the Boys the Bolong, which had some lakes, and I remember asking Prabhupada a question. Uh, I asked several questions, but this was a specific one. Srila Prabhupada, what does it mean to be humble? And the answer was really incredible. He said, humility means that you are convinced beyond any doubt that there is nothing in this world, absolutely nothing in this world, not your money, not your family, not your fame, not your gun, not your education, nothing that will save you except the mercy of Krishna. When you are convinced like this, then you are humble.
There is a proverb, Mera din kab aayega. Really. Yes, Prabhupada has given us a really good standard. Thank you, Prabhu. Maybe you can just touch upon that humility, Prabhu, a little more so that we all get benefit on that.
So, humility, uh, one is some practical things are like we remember what we were before coming to Krishna consciousness. Even after coming to Krishna consciousness, we see how much of facility is available for us to progress and make more advancement. And we see that how much we are fully taking utilization of this. So by seeing that, one can naturally feel humble. Uh, so first step of humility is honesty. That despite uh, so much of abundant mercy all around me, still uh, I have not taken the best utilization of whatever is available. So when we are honestly uh, looking at ourselves, and needless to say, before coming to Krishna conscious, what we were. So there is the question of being proud. It is not that we were even searching for spirituality like some of these great uh, disciples of Prabhupada who were literally seeking out for spirituality, and by their sincerity, they actually got spiritual master. Yeah, just going to simply mercy of Prabhupada and all senior Vaishnavas by which they have come and somehow extended their mercy. So we feel that nothing to be proud of. Uh, and uh, just like if we put some peacock feathers or plumes of peacock and stick it around us, then somebody says you look like peacock. Uh, then credit doesn't go to us because these are all just borrowed plumes of the peacock. We are not, we are just repeating the words of the Acharya. We are trying to follow. We are also struggling. So, one can be humble by recollecting his downtrodden position before coming to Krishna consciousness, like how Prabhupada often used to say that. Even in the sports we see. Guru gave me instruction in 1922, but I was attached householder. I was delaying. That is what is Prabhupada feeling actually. That although Prabhupada was even in that stage desperately trying to help, that uh, so we- our downtrodden condition, how uh, we are so slow in accepting so many forms of mercy that Krishna has been uh, uh, showering on us profusely. So, seeing such thing, one can naturally feel humble uh, and one will not feel proud. This is and another thing is one feels obligated when so much is given to us without any expectation. Then naturally we feel, why does the child feel uh, obligated to the parents? Because parents have showered so much love to him and are still showering. So he feels, so how much ever I do to them, it's not enough. So in the same way, when one sees how the parampara, the senior devotees who have preached to us, and Srila Prabhupada in the grand old age, instead of just happily retiring at Vrindavan, taking so many risks, uh, begging literally so many people to get sponsorship, to get ticket, to get the first and second volumes with great difficulty. Prabhupada got it printed. Third volume, no publisher wanted to give any concession or this one. So he literally begged Sumarti Morarji to publish the third volume of Srimad Bhagavatam. So many sacrifices that they are making. So we take some troubles in our life. Generally, what is the condition? So, let us say I'm going through some difficulty in my office, in my personal life, and in spite of all those difficulties, if I practice bhakti and render service nicely without keeping those difficulties in the forefront. That itself we think is very great. Oh, see, I'm such a fixed up devotee. Although there are so many difficulties going on in my life, still I'm following bhakti, I'm serving more. That means I'm a great devotee. We think like that. But what is pure devotee? A pure devotee means they are taking difficulties not for their bread and butter or maintenance. They are taking somebody else's difficulty. They are taking difficulty of other people. They are taking Krishna's anxiety and voluntarily taking more troubles. So where is their sacrifice and where is our bhakti? So by seeing, it is said Dambam Mahadupasayam, by constantly serving the great souls and seeing their lifestyle, we understand that their sacrifice is so selfless, and what bhakti we are doing is uh, very meager. So nothing to be proud of. By looking their lives, we could be humble. It's all something I could think of.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Anyone has got any questions, comments? Please unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandvat Pranam. Thanks for the Nityam class, Prabhu. Prabhu, the meaning of mark in Bhagavatam, please explain.
Bhagavata Dharma means devotional service or bhakti yoga. Markena is in America. In Bengal, America is written as Markena. So, Krishna consciousness in America. That is the English translation. Markena Bhagavata Dharma. Krishna consciousness in the United States, like that. So, Prabhupada is envisioning that how difficult it would be to, even in place where people know about Krishna, it is so difficult. There, they don't know who is Krishna. And Prabhupada's language is so foreign to them. He's an old man, his culture, everything is so different. And they are also caught up with mode of passion and ignorance. They're cow flesh eaters. So, only if there is Krishna's mercy. And Prabhupada says, I know Krishna, you have brought me here because you have some purpose and you are a great mystic. You can do great magic things. And what is the magical thing? Prabhupada uh, uh, envision that yes, uh, if Krishna wants to, Krishna can also make this old man uh, also transform the lives of people in a foreign land because he's a supreme mystic. He could do anything.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Prabhu. Thanks for
Dandavat.
the wonderful class. Prabhu, I came across one practical problem. So I didn't understand what to do. Prabhu, I know a person, like she's having ill health, but she wants to go for difficult pilgrimages. She wants to depend on the mercy of the Lord, Prabhu. She said, I'm surrendered to the Lord and Lord will look after me. How can that be Sharanagati, Prabhu? So knowing well that she cannot undertake, can we trouble the Lord like that, Prabhu? I didn't know what to tell her. So,
Okay. So actually, it's a little personal there because we don't know what is the mood of that devotee and what is his or her
she
reciprocation with
is
the
my
Lord.
patient, Prabhu. So I know
Okay.
her condition very well.
Okay.
So,
Yes. So uh, sometimes the devote, of course, the desire of anybody is that they never burden the Lord. Our Sanatan Goswami also. I remember the past time. I think at Nandagaon, which is the
Is that
Sanatan
Radharani
Goswami.
holding the
Uh,
Amrita?
that is for Raghunath Das Goswami,
Ah,
and also that also is a right pastime where Raghunath Das Goswami did not have a bhajan to play, and then Radharani came, and at that time Sanatan Goswami kind of lightly reprimands or chastises Raghunath Das Goswami with humility, of course, that our Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta is we always try to serve the Lordships. We don't try to take service, so you better build a bhajan to take like that. So eventually Raghunath Das Goswami builds. Even on the birthday of Sanatan Goswami, when he meets Rupa Goswami at Ter Kadamba. So there, one young girl brings sweet rice. Then they realize that that was Radharani who actually brought. At that time also, Sanatan Goswami laments, alas, we are saying daily by chanting Hare Krishna, we want to serve the Lord, but the Lord, we have now taken service from Lord like that. So devotee naturally feels like that. But a devotee also has great desire to serve. Even Prabhupada in his old age, in his last days, had desire to go around Govardhan Parikrama. And there also his disciples were of two kinds. Some of them said, Prabhupada, if you go there on the Parikrama only, you will die like that. And another said, this is the last wish of the spiritual master, and you are telling not to fulfill it. And there was heated argument. And that time, one of Prabhupada's god brothers, Akinchan Das Babaji Maharaj, like that. So he came and he said, see, your both disciples are fighting, and both are fighting out of love. One wants to fulfill your desire, and another wants you to be there with them for long. That time, Prabhupada that actually sheds tears. He says that this is the love for the Guru that they have got. I'm so fortunate like that. So sometimes even Prabhupada uh, uh, had that desire, but finally we may have some desire, but finally a devotee understands that if Krishna wishes, then it will happen. So as a doctor, yes, you are doing your duty right, saying what are the precautions that they need to take, and if it is very difficult, yes, bhakti can also be performed in the heart, but these things sometimes we don't know what is the intensity of the desire, what is that devotee's reciprocation with Lord. So we do our duty of saying as a as a medical practitioner what problems we foresee. Like Sumati Morarji also, she told Prabhupada that how can you go to America? For several days there was a argument that America is so cold, you are so old, like that. She did her part, but then when she saw the determination of that person, then she thought, okay, maybe there is some different thing that the Lord has planned for this devotee. Then she arranged also. So, as long as you are giving her the right advice and the right kind of precautions, telling, then I think we can leave it to Krishna. We have done our duty, and now it is between Krishna and that devotee that
Yes.
matter.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So I will refuse and leave her and to her Krishna, and
No,
that's
you still advise what
yeah, advice
precautions you
and
proceed,
leave her.
but don't be attached to the decisions that she takes. In case she takes against what you said, but if she's really determined, then of course, and of course, in case she takes a decision against our thing, we should still be praying that may her desires be true. In case something wrong happens, we should not be very eager to say, see, when I told so many times, you didn't listen. That is why you should not go against the advice like that. So that means there is a feeling of malice in our heart that she did not listen to my instruction. We should only pray that whatever spiritual desire she has, Krishna, if you feel it is within this one, as a devotee, we always should pray that please help her to fulfill her desires, either physically possible if you feel, then you make it possible. Otherwise, through some other forms of mercy. Let's say she desires to go to Vrindavan, then sometimes she may not be physically able to, but we can pray that somehow she gets some Mahagarland, Mahaprasad, something from Vrindavan, so that her desires will be fulfilled. So devotee is always a well-wisher for others. So can wish that her desires are fulfilled in her appropriate manner. Although we, as a doctor, know physically this is not what we've done.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Wonderful answer.
Yeah,
That
maybe
is-
just can I add one more thing, Prabhu? Possible.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
So possible we can advise them to consult the counselor or Siksha Gurus or their Diksha Gurus. They can guide them perfectly spiritual point of view also. That's one way of doing
Correct. True. And sometimes they'll be more surrendered to the counselor, so they may finally change their minds also after hearing from them that, oh, okay, that also is practical.
it. Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class. In fact,
Correct.
I thought let me just ask you one more thing on this topic which Mataji raised. Is it also not a fact that Prabhupada said, I mean, what is the purpose behind going to a sacred dham? Association with sadhus is very important. So even that point need to be clarified. I mean, why are we going there also is very important. Just because I'm in a critical condition, I may not survive to see it. Again, with what mood and intent we are going also is important. Is it not, Prabhu?
Yes, correct. So that is why we don't know what is the heart of that devotee. If the devotee somehow feels that I may not, then that could be a reason. So, yes.
Thank you.
Correct.
Prabhu, thank you. I just wanted to, one of the, class, wonderful class. I just thought of when Prabhupada said how fortunate he is. So despite all the hardship and difficulty he was facing, and I was just comparing today's context, when everything is actually available in a platter, everything is available. Still to pursue, I mean, it's so difficult in the sense, forget humility, but it's a question of sometimes wonder what more is required to, to make sure that, we get that attraction to the Lord and the holy names, or the association of devotees, congregation, everything is available. It's still that fighting against the mind to bring it under proper control is such a challenge in today's context. I was just remembering that because Prabhupada going to America to get people delivered, of course, not comparing him, but I'm saying still he says how fortunate he is. So I was just realizing in that context. So thank you for making me at least think about that. Thanks.
Yes.
Radharani Mataji wanted to say something. Radharani Mataji, please.
Prabhu, I feel very sad that for me, who is one of the priorities, Krishna consciousness, is that not the topmost. Is without so many material things, not able to concentrate something. I like to listen, I want to do, but I'm not able to do. I only pray God so that I should be able to do it. Many times I sit in the class, I listen to the class, but in between I have to do so many works. So the grasping power is from, because that's what every time I ask everybody, you men can leave everything and go, but we are bound, we can't leave and go. And
Actually, ours is a crying movement. So more we cry Krishna's mercy, more we pray. I'm sure that Krishna will slowly give us the right situation, and Krishna is pleased with our endeavor that we are sincerely trying to do more. Whenever there is an opportunity, we try to take full advantage, try to solve. We can constantly keep praying, and like Krishna is more pleased with our endeavor than the final results also. So our endeavor and prayers, seeing that Krishna, we should wait like a Chataka Pakshi bird for the Swati rain. Hope outside materialists also have hope against hope. A devotee in Bhava stage also has hope against hope. But the difference is outside materialists, their hope against hope is they are seeing so many people trying to get name, fame, prestige, wealth, etc. And they're seeing in spite of them getting it, they have not been fully satisfied. But still they are struggling hard and hoping that, okay, I may be the first person with all these things, I may really be satisfied. So they also have a hope against hope. And devotee also has hope against hope, that despite me praying for so many days, there are so many big obstacles, my own mind and situation. So, but devotee knows for Lord it is just one moment that he can completely remove all and make him fully Krishna conscious. So that hope against hope, we continue doing our bhakti in association of devotees, take inspiration from other sincere, more enthusiastic devotees, and try to take that as an inspiration and carry on like that. So that is our life.
thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So thank you, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for wonderful nectar. You are really humility person, but so thank you for that. Anyway, so thank you all for joining. So we'll end with the Vishnu Pranam.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णव श्रील
Hare Krishna. So we'll end the meeting now. We'll miss you tomorrow, same time. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.